Hello, you're back. We're going to talk about what the easy way is to answer those hard questions you don't want to answer. Because what you want to be able to do is go, yay, that's a great reason for me to tell you what I actually want to do. When you want to make people's brain work for you, then you essentially need to be really, really clear on what your outcome is. So, here's the answer. Don't answer their question, answer the question you want to ask. I worked with a gentleman in a senior in corporate reputation in a major bank, and he was about to fill in for his boss at a big presentation. They'd done some major work with communities, outreach with communities in the Northern Territory. They had some amazing education programs. They'd done some really excellent work, but the bank had just been featured in a news program, and he was terrified that someone's going to ask something to do with the financials rather than to do with the excellent work they've been doing in Northern Territory. So what we practiced was we set down for him, what's the outcome, what do you want to talk about? And he said, I want to talk about this amazing community work that we're doing in Northern Territory. Excellent. So what are the trigger words that can get you there? Someone talks about community, that's where you get there. So we worked out all the trigger words: community, making a difference, financial, any words that anybody said that could allow him to go from what's happened to your quarterly income to that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this. And we worked out for him that the best way to start, and it is a very good way, is to start with a story. You will see politicians answer questions in this way. I call it the bait and switch, but essentially it's saying thank you very much for that question. I think the important thing about your question is that it is about the importance of what we as a bank are doing, and the financials are part of how we can serve our community. The better we do and the worse we do makes a difference to what we can do. For example, let me talk to you about this community we're working with in Northern Territory. And then he told that story, and then at the end he comes back to the journalist and he says, so you see that part of what we're doing with the financial work that we're doing is allowing ourselves to be better human beings and support communities across the world. He texted me after the presentation and went, oh my God, I did it 3 times. I told him all these fantastic, great stories, and no one came back to me afterwards and said you didn't answer the question, because they were so excited about the work that we were doing. And this is part of the thing. Your data, your information, what you're talking about can be much more interesting than the questions they're asking, but they're asking the questions that come into their head. I've got some excellent examples. I asked my mailing list to talk to me about the hardest questions they don't like to answer in the room. Give me a moment. Okay. What it takes to answer those questions you don't know how to answer. We're going to look at back to the Porsche, the status and the performance aspects of humans that allow you to outsource much of the energy that you need to create those answers in the room. Stick with me.